cloud computing is a very confusing topic, many different shades, if you will. What we found is that there were three classes of technology capability or IT infrastructure that are being offered now as a service instead of having to buy the technology and run it on your own place. So software components, web services types of things, those are being called cloud now. That's kind of a relabeling of what's already there. Second layer is notions of platform as a service, that is running my entire software environment at a service provider and not having to worry about the stuff underneath it. So thinking about not having to worry about operating systems, just worry about the database and the application environment. And the third one was virtual infrastructure as a service, which is, I don't want to have to worry about servers and disks and all that stuff. I want somebody else to take care of that, and I'd rather have virtual instances of that. And so Amazon is one example of that, where I can just go get on a pay-per-use, self-service basis the things I need, server, storage, network configuration, set all that up and just run it. And I don't have to worry about co-location, I don't have to worry about rental, data centers, nothing. The origins of this idea are people trying to figure out how to build massively scalable websites that always responded, right? So Google is probably the most famous example of someone who had to figure out how to make their service respond quickly, accurately, and well. So they figured out how to write software that could run on however many servers they had to buy to make it work. And now people are saying, well, if they can do that so well, why can't they run my applications? And the startups are saying, well, I want to be like Google, but you know what? I don't have to set up a big data center to start out. So Animoto in New York, they started out with a little Facebook widget that would render videos and pictures into a cute little thing on Facebook. They had a couple of servers in the closet, but they realized that they didn't want to have to buy all the servers in anticipation of the explosive demand. So they went to Amazon and set it up so that they could meet the demand from Amazon as needed. Now, when you look at it, the enterprise guys all got envious of this, right? HP and IBM and Microsoft said, oh, well, that's cool, and we think there's applicability over here in this giant market today for enterprise. So what we saw is a case of cloud envy, where everybody wanted the cool thing that the web guys have in Silicon Valley, so they're all busy showing how it's like that, but different because it meets the enterprise needs. So all the marketers are getting out their can of cloud spray now and spraying cloud on many of their products or offerings. So you see a fair amount of what sometimes people call cloud washing, another reused phrase, where they're trying to say, well, it's like cloud. But then underneath all that innovation, there is some true, real new ideas, although the time-sharing folks will say it's not new at all, right?
How big is the market opportunity here?
Well, so I think the Merrill Lynch thing is bogus. They put up $1 billion or something in so many years, but they lump together a lot of existing stuff. Yeah. Right? When you shrink it down to net new, the kind of private estimates I'm hearing are that we're looking at, say, $1 billion max within 2 or 3 years across the notion of pay-per-use IT in some form or another. But frankly, I think it's going to be very hard to get one number out of this, because what we're seeing is a refactoring of the way we think about operating systems, the way we think about client systems, the way we think about where we run software. Right? Software as a service is sort of caught up in this, but is, I think, distinct, but not everybody can tell the difference. So the impact is revolutionary in the long run, but all this hype in the short run is overblown, right? We're going to baby step our way into this like we do a lot of other technologies. I mean, we didn't push the mainframe into a corner in a couple of years, right? That took over a decade, and this will too.